So, like I promised, I'm making a video in English language. Hello guys, my name is Lincoln and today I'm going to show you my Magical Musket deck profile. To be honest, I found it hard to go second with this deck, so I needed to find a solution to make it a better deck for going second, so maybe you will find it useful and such a thing. So we can start from Triple Caspar, of course, the Big Daddy himself. Magical Muskets have effects in their columns if the spell or trap is activated. So if a spell or trap is activated in Caspar column, he can search like a Stratos for any Magical Musket card. Next we have Kid Brave. He is our Destiny draw. We discard one Magical Musket card from our hand and draw 2 cards. Not just as simple as that. Next we have Doc. 2 Doc because 3 isn't as useful as it's used to be. And here's our effect of Dante after being destroyed. He just recycle our Magical Musket cards from our graveyard. Next we have 2 Starfire. She's our tour guide from the underworld. When the spell trap is activated in her column, we just summon another Magical Musket from our deck in defense mode. So it's basically the start of a very good start of, but only 2 because in this version of the deck she, let's be honest, she sucked. And next, last Magical Musket card, Wild, because I don't like what was her name? Calamity this much, and in my playstyle I just draw a lot, and his effect is just as a Daigusto Emerald. We target 3 cards, shuffle them, and draw 1. This card is better in this version of the deck. So all the Magical Muskets are done. Now we go for some support in form of double Eater of Millions. I know that card isn't as good as it used to be, but Eater of Millions is a good thing against Gokis, against Layer of Darkness shit and stuff like that. Basically, we don't use much extra decks, so we can easily summon him, and he's fucking good. I'm sorry, it's a she. Yeah, according to the Yu-Gi-Oh lore, it's a she, so you know. And finally we have our hand traps, double Ghost Ash Blossom and double Ghost Ogre. It's enough, in my opinion, for this deck. 4 hand traps, nothing more, nothing less. I used to play 6, but not good. Okay, now we have spells, we have triple Cross Domination and 1 Steady Hands. Cross Domination works like Effect Veiler with, I don't know what its effect is, but we can target 1 monster on the field and basically make it attack 0 and defense 0, and effect is negated until the end of the turn. And by the way, Magical Muskets have their additional effect that they allow us to activate Magical Musket spells and traps directly from our hand. So it's basically good shit, because our deck becomes a hand trap deck, I think. We just have all the deck of hand traps. It's amazing. And coming back to the Cross Domination, we target 1 monster, its attack and defense goes to 0, and we get negated effect. Next we have Steady Hands. It's just like Bujingi Crane, as I remember. We target 1 Magical Musket on the field, and its attack and defense becomes double of its original attack. So it's a good shit to beat down Diabolos and other beatsticks that used to bother us. Next we have Draw Engine of the deck, so Triple Desires, Triple Duality and Upstart. We need to play this card, sadly, because without any Magical Musket monster we are fucked. We're really fucked. It's like the muskets are like guns and the spells and traps like bullets, but gun cannot work without bullets and bullets cannot work without guns. So we need to play those cards because we need to get that 1 Magical Musket motherfucker. And that's all. Next we have double summon, because it's a good card. We need to play this because Solemn Warning is a bitch. double instant fusion because our extra deck is full of fusion monsters, especially Millennium Ice Restrict and such, Xyz extenders and this kind of things. And last spell in this deck is Raigeki, the best card against rogue decks. Basically we use it and the rogue decks can just offer a handshake, and this is ill. We play only 7 traps in form triple Desperado, triple Last Stand and 1 Fiendish Deal. Trident effect, target 1 face-up card on the field, destroy it, negate a spell or trap activation and destroy it, and our magical muskets cannot be destroyed by effects. I like to set this card because most of people destroy it, right? And forget about its additional effect. What do I have in mind? When this card leaves the field in our possession, the possession is the keyword, it's fucking amazing, the possession. When this card leaves the field in our possession, we can look our deck for another magical musket card or take 1 magical musket card from our graveyard. So it's like people destroy it and just don't know what is going on, and it can really help. Next we have our extra deck. I play a lot of so-called packages because I think they are very useful, to be honest. First package is Gaia Charger package, the Constellar Hyades, Constellar Ptolemy Messier 7 and so-called Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger. Basically, Hyades effect is we can detach 1 Xyz material from this card and we can change all opponent's monsters into defense mode. So then we put our M7 and Gaia Charger, we can do piercing damage with him. Giving damage to our opponent with this deck is very important because we need to beat the opponent as fast as we can, because let's be honest, this deck do not like late games because we're out of resources and stuff like that. And this is the reason I play Wild, because resources in this deck can just go down very easy. So this is why I play this. We can beat down our opponent faster. And when we use cross domination, we can just like direct attack with destroying the monster. So it's very good in my opinion. Next package is a Utopia package. So 1 Utopia and 1 Lightning. Oh my god, the magical muskets are the deck that can really well use this card, because we use our cross domination on any monster that is in attack mode. We use the Utopia effect and direct attack for 5000. It's like, what the fuck? It's fucking amazing. This card should be played in any magical musket deck. Next we have our rank freeze in form of Acid Golem, 1 Nightmare Shark and 1 Breaksword. To be honest, Acid Golem is a nice bit stick. Still we can make him and use cross domination attack for 3000. It's very good. Nightmare Shark, direct attack for 2000, so another damage, and Breaksword is only for problematic cards that can be targeted if we get rid of our Desperados and such, so Breaksword is freaking amazing. Breaksword is a really good card. Next we have our rank 4s in form of Gagaga Cowboy and Tornado Dragon. Now I believe people will laugh at me because I played Gagaga Cowboy in 2018, but the new termination procedure forced me to use this card because I pay a lot of life points in this deck, and when it comes to the termination I just can beat down, make another make rank 4 and just Cowboy for 800, I believe, yeah, 800, and just look at the clock and oh god, it's a termination time, you lose, haha. And Tornado Dragon because spell and traps are just we hate the spell and trap card. Next we have our fusion monsters for instant, 1 Millennium Ice Restrict, 1000 Ice, 1 Cherubin the Fire Knight, and 1 Invoked Caliga. Basically, those to the side, I do not have to speak a lot about 2 of these guys because they are here only to make faster rank 3 or 4. Just after, under the Starfire instant fusion we summon him, we summon Caspa, make an Xyz and just go on. Or When you're going first, it's a better thing to use Starfire, use Instant Fusion under her, and summon Millennium Ice, but we'll be talking about it right now. So, the 1000 Ice Restrict is just to get rid of the problematic monsters. We hate the big beat sticks that we can't beat, or the strongest monster on the field is Wild, as I believe, and he can only make up to 3400 attacks, so no, it's very not good when we come across the towers or something like this. And the Millennium Ice Restrict, just protection against hand traps. Basically, when we use Called by a Grave, right, it's not really good for us because we cannot trigger double time our magical musket. So when we use, for example, we summon Caspar, we use Instant Fusion, under him summon Millennium Ice. Now we are sure our monster is protected by a continuous effect of the restrict, because when the effect of an effect monster is activated, that is in the graveyard, we can equip one and negate the effect. So basically, when we are ashed or something like this, we can equip the ash that is in the graveyard to this card, and the effect is permanently negated until this card leaves the field. And last card from the extra deck is Underclock Taker, because sometimes I need to release my extra monster zone from other shit that was used, and it's a good card. And the last part, we have our side deck. My side deck is very weird. This makes this deck very weird. And fuck it, you will see. First off, we have double Droll and Logbird. Kills Goki, kills Sky Strikers and such things like this. A very good card. Very good card. Until they have Called by Grace, so they can go fuck themselves. But whatever. And now, I cite Triple Ties of the Brethren. Now people think, what the fuck are you doing? Ties of the Brethren is the best card of the deck. Hordur, hordur, hordur. And no, this isn't the best card of the deck in my opinion. When we go second, this card is a complete garbage. When we go second, this card is just as useful as Claudian's. So I side it when I know I'm going first. Without it, we can go still through. The deck is prepared to go first or second, so when we go in first after deciding, we put those three and we are sure we'll go full power against our opponents. So this is why I side those cards. They are not needed in the main deck, we just side them so we can go for our power play. Next we have Double Called by Grave. Sadly we need to use this card because we need as much protection as we need. And sometimes Instant Fusion isn't enough. Next we have Triple Red Rebuke. I believe I will change it into... what was this card? Evenly Matched when I get it. But for now I need to play 3 Red Rebuke when I'm going second. Mainly because traps are hating us. Warning as such things. Double we have Double Strike, another card we are siding in going first. Strike is good, Strike is very good. And one Dancing Needle. Some people do not know what this card do, so let me explain. We can target up 3 cards in any player's graveyard to banish them. So basically this is the best card against Goki, against Sky Striker, so we can banish 3 spells so they won't gain an additional effect. And to be honest, that's it. I don't think any other decks is hurting by this card. And here I have 2 empty spaces, because it's up to you when you are going, is it local or I don't know, regional or something like this. You put here 2 cards that you think that will be good to protect you or against other matchups. It's up to you to make your decision to put 2 side deck cards here. And basically that's it. That is the end of the deck profile. Thank you for cooperation, for watching, and I hope you liked it. Sorry for my bad English, but I'm still very tired after the travel and such a thing, so I hope you will have a nice day. That was Daily Lincoln signing out. Peace.